Guys, so for the past whatever it's been, like 70 years or something, if you were a writer in English, then you would use this book. It's called The Elements of Style by William Strunk and E.B. White. And if you wanted to take writing seriously, you would consult this thing like it was your Bible, because this has been the magnum opus for writing effectively in the English language for the past, 70 or so years. And in the 21st century, Steven Pinker writes a good little addition to it, because the sense of style takes a lot of these lessons, most of them, not all of them, and kind of mixes in some cognitive science, some new findings in linguistics, in order to create a more cohesive style manual that's kind of adapted to the 21st century, because language is one thing that always evolves, and Pinker takes that into account, and he says, this is how language has evolved, and this is the new stuff that we know about it. So I'm going to write about it because I'm a linguist and cognitive scientist, and he writes very well, and these are a couple things that I want to share with you about this book that can help you improve your writing. So the most important thing about this book, the most imminent danger to good writing, according to Pinker, and I agree with him, is this thing called the curse of knowledge. So human beings tend to think that what they think, other people also think. So if you're a writer and you write, you're writing along la-di-da-di-da, it might make sense in your own head how things are evolving. Like the logic dots might be connected in here, but like to the reader, it might not make a lot of sense. So it's super important to understand that a reader has his own world, has his own information, is his own person, and is looking at your writing, not with your mind. So in your mind, it might make sense, but to a reader, it might be gibberish. So for example, if you're a theoretical physicist and you take all these logical leaps that theoretical physicists might assume, and you use all this language that is pretty much only scientific, then that's not good writing. That is falling into the curse of knowledge, really badly. So in order to be a good writer, you have to be clear, and you have to respect your audience. You have to respect that they don't know, perhaps, the stuff that you know, but they're also intelligent. So you have to find the middle ground of writing to an intelligent audience, but also not running into the curse of knowledge. Another thing that's very important is writing colloquially. This guy is like an academic. He's at Harvard. He's on the American Heritage Dictionary panel or something for usage, but he champions writing super colloquially so that you can come across effectively. So human beings, our bodies are wired to listen to other people's speech. We're not wired to read. That's evolution. So if you write like another person speaks, you use digressions, you use sentence variation, you just write in a normal kind of human way instead of writing this academic bullshit, then you will get your message across much more effectively. But the trick here, again, is to find the middle ground, to use colloquial language, but not to sound like an asshole. So you have to be kind of academic, but you have to be kind of colloquial. You want to find that rhythm. You want to find that balance. So another quick tip is just don't use cliches, because it's just not good. It's dark. Just don't use cliches. So I think the last tip, this was this was like the number one rule for them, pretty much. William Strunk and E.B. White, cut out useless words. And once you start doing it, you can find so many words that don't belong, and you can still get your point across effectively in a shorter amount of words, because the way we work now, the less, the easier, the more likely to read it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And Pinker agrees with them. He's all about cutting words down, but if you have a couple words here and there where it could add some emphatic punch, put them in, and make your writing effective. So Pinker is all about clear writing and popping writing that really paints an image for other people. So I think this is a really important style manual because it adapts to the 21st century mind, because language, as he says, is something that always evolves. And sure, this was really important in the 20th century, but I think this is going to be important for the 21st century in the way that this was for the 20th century. So I think you should really, if you want to improve your writing, get this book, The Sense of Style by Steven Pinker, and check it out.